Welcome to my course on Secrets to Vietnam Travel. As you heard in the promo video, I lived in Vietnam for several years. I traveled extensively while I was there, teaching and doing various different business jobs and things like that. And there is almost no place in the country of Vietnam that I haven't been to. And so I've tested all the spots in the guidebooks. I have been to all kinds of spots that other foreigners have never even heard of because I speak Vietnamese, and I will befriend a lot of local Vietnamese people and have them show me places that other tourists don't know about, places that are off the beaten path. And one such place is this beach, Bai Sao Beach. And this is on the island of Phu Quoc, which is to the south of Vietnam. It's off in the ocean. It's a tiny little island, and so you have to fly there from Ho Chi Minh City if you're based in Vietnam. And then to get to this particular beach, you have to take a motorcycle through the jungle all the way out to the other side. It takes a bit of an adventurous spirit to get there, but it is well worth it. You're looking at a photograph of this beach right now. And while you may have been to a beach that you find more stunningly beautiful or more captivating in terms of its imagery other places in the world, I would challenge anybody watching this right now to find a beach as beautiful, remote, pristine as this beach. And you see in this photo there are a few people there, but you will never find more than a group of maybe 5 or 10 people at this beach, because it takes a while to get to, because it's off the beaten path, because it's in a remote island out in the ocean, a little bit to the south of the South China Sea, on the edge of the Indian Ocean down there. And it is just an amazing feeling to be at a beach like this, like something you've seen in a movie, where it's white sand, it's blue water, it's palm trees everywhere. There's a little bar, there's a little restaurant, there's a little place to change your clothes and rent out a few water toys, and there's almost nobody there. Now, this is the type of place that's not going to exist in 10 or 20 years, right? As the world develops, as they continue to build resorts on every single piece of beach that you find anywhere in the world, eventually you won't even be able to find beaches like this. I'm sure this place will get bought. It will have a big, huge resort and hotel built on it, and the prices will go up and crowds will come, right? That's just the way things are. It's the way things develop. So in all my travels, I recommend this beach as the best experience that I've ever had if you're looking for a beautiful remote beach all to yourself. And there was no entry fee, so you get there and it's free. You know, you buy some drinks, you buy some food, and you hang out there all day. And since there's no hotel there, you have to find your way back, but you can stay all day long. You stay for a few hours, and then you can take your motorcycle back to your hotel, which would be at a little village on this island. Now, the island is only something like 10 or 20 miles across. It's not huge. So the trip through the jungle that I mentioned, it only takes a couple hours. It takes 1.5 to 2 hours, and it's really fun because it's not too long, and you're off the beaten path. You're all by yourself, and it's just wonderful. So this is just one example of a place I will be talking about in this course. It's one example of some of the secrets that other tourists don't know about, places that aren't in the guidebooks. The way I look at guidebooks is that everybody else that's traveling is also looking at the guidebook, right? So you're only going to other places that other tourists know about. And I don't know what kind of traveler you are, but I don't see that as being particularly exciting or appealing. Yes, there will be some important places to visit in the guidebooks. There will be some of the main tourist sites, some of the historical sites, and perhaps some places that you will want to go, but just be prepared to see tons of tourists in all of those places, or most of those places. So when you follow guidelines from my course, and I have a website about travel and other writings about travel, you will be finding places that, in my opinion, of course, are far more interesting. They will not be full of tourists. You'll be having, your own communion with those historical sites, with those natural sites, with these beaches, with these places, and even some of the restaurants and nightclubs and some of those spots in Ho Chi Minh City that other tourists don't know about, other people don't know about. We stumbled across this secret nightclub. It's like a sort of feels like a speakeasy from the 1920s in there, and it's like a cabaret type feeling. And these different famous Vietnamese singers will come and they'll each do a few songs. And it's interesting because in the United States you won't be having rich famous people come singing at nightclubs, but there's still this sort of old style in Southeast Asia and other places in Asia where you have really big name famous singers. They get contracted out and they go and they play in some of these sort of high end nightclubs and do a few songs, and it's really really cool. I mean, it's just one of the coolest places I've ever been to. And this place doesn't advertise or anything because it's always packed. It's one of those sort of secret places, not secret for the locals, but nobody I talked to even knew about it. We kind of stumbled across it during a night out running around, and we met some people who were going there. And I never once saw another foreigner in this place, and I went there maybe 10 times while I was living there. I never once saw another foreigner. So I'm going to be showing you guys places like that in this course. I'm going to be giving you a lot of general information about how to save money, how to get around Vietnam, how to be a tourist there, how to live as a foreigner in Vietnam. There's lots of things that you need to know, and there's a lot of things that even other expats who live there never really learn, because if they don't speak Vietnamese, they never really get deep into the culture. They really just stay in their sort of expat areas, in their compounds, in those spots, and they want to basically have a Western style life in a developing country. There's nothing wrong with that. I definitely enjoy being able to have a higher purchasing power and be able to spend time around other foreigners as well. But typically, that type of a foreigner just won't find out all of these places to go, all of these secrets to saving money and visiting just wonderful, amazing places in the country of Vietnam. So I hope you guys enjoy the course, and of course, I hope you will choose to make a trip to Vietnam after you take the course and take advantage of all of the information that you learn from it. So enjoy.